Hey, what's up guys, I'm back with another motherfucking YouTube video, and as you can see with the title, bitch, yes, I'm about to explain or talk about my worst Halloween night ever. I had a lot of good Halloween nights. I really never had a bad Halloween night, but this night, I believe I saw a shapeshifter, a demon, a ghost. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it kept bothering me and my cousin. I was gonna initially do another video. Oh, why the fuck is, okay, yo, I should have like a scary background in the past, but it looks like, okay, it looks like some like EDM shit, girl. I'm not trying to have like no damn like, epilepsy or whatever that's just called. You can see in my back here, right here, you see Chucky. It's like I always say, if he moves, bitch, let me know. And also, I have the candle right here that I made a couple weeks ago with my in my DIY video. So you guys want to learn how to make your own skull candles, check it out. Do fuck with it. So, okay, so let's get started. Let me tune in my scary voice, even though I never really like sound scary. I'm always like just sounding like really sarcastic. But I'm gonna go ahead and tone it down. And then my little Chucky shirt here too. You already know I'm a big Chucky fan. Okay, so let's get started. So this happened in 2017 on Halloween night. And I just remember me and my cousin, we were leaving from this Halloween party of her friends. Now she was maybe like 4 years older than me. I was 17 and she was like maybe 20, 19, 20. If the math is not mathing, I'm sorry, I did not pass algebra in high school. So we were leaving this party, and we left kind of drunk and kind of hungry. So we both kind of agreed to go get some food, but before we even left the party or like even the street, there was a really weird guy in a black Escalade. And this guy had a hat on, but it's not your typical baseball cap. It's one of those like hats that are like kind of like, like the Freddy Krueger hat. These kinds of hats, but except it was just black. And we were still pretty far from him when he had approached us in his Escalade. Or I should say black Escalade. So I really couldn't tell his facial features. It didn't really seem like he had a face. But then again, it was dark and he was under a shadow. There was no light around him. So that was probably the reason why I didn't see any facial features. But even then, like, you can kind of still see something, an ear round or a nose. Like people can have big noses, you know what I'm saying? But in this incident, I couldn't see really much of his facial features. It was all dark, it was all black, his hat was dark, everything was just dark, and I was just thinking, it's his shadow, it's his outline, it's dark, it's night, and it's also Halloween. Or he yelled over out of his car, and he's like, where are you guys going? And me and my cousin kept ignoring him, and keep in mind, my cousin's a girl, so we were both probably thinking he was probably trying to like get at her, like he was just being a weirdo. So me and my cousin decided to keep going to her car, and he asked us, how far do you guys live? We kept going because we were just kind of like, okay, this guy's weird. Like, we were not like, we just kept like trying to rush to our car. Like, when SpongeBob was like lost in rock bottom, and he kept hearing voices like getting closer and closer, and he's like, okay, I'm just gonna keep walking. I'm gonna keep walking, sprinting. I'm gonna keep on sprinting. That's what we kept doing. I'm hurt, and she parked the car pretty like kind of a couple houses down. Like, we weren't that close to the party, so we just kept walking it and walking it, and so then he finally asked, can I go with you guys? Yeah, we both turned around and we both simultaneously said no. We both like turned back around and we kind of started giggling, kind of started like, laughing. And he said, I don't like being the butt of people's joke. Me and my cousin ignored that and we just kept going. We got in the car, put our seatbelts and everything, and we started leaving the party, but we had to pass by his Escalade uh in order to leave the party, in order to leave the street, in order to leave that area. And we slowed down past this Escalade. There was no one in there. I no longer saw that outline, that dark outline that I first had seen when he was first talking to us. and the engine was still running. The engine was still on, so we weren't sure if he was hiding or if he crouched or he was a shapeshifter or a demon or I don't know what the hell it was, but he was no longer there. But his car was still running. His car was still on. We got out of the street. We turned into this light or what. Cousin notices behind us that there's a black Escalade, and she noticed the lights of the black Escalade. Is that the same guy from that Escalade that was just talking to us back at the street of the park? At this point, me and my cousin started getting really kind of concerned. So we started kind of, I'm not gonna lie, we kind of started speeding. We started taking like twists and turns and started taking the fucking yellow red road and all kinds of shit. And we somehow were able to lose him. We didn't see him anymore. He was kind of following us around for a little bit, but we just didn't see him anymore. We're still hungry, bitch. Like, we kind of sweated everything out. We're hungry. We want to go smoke. Let's go smoke. So we found a nearby park, and this park was like a little more closer to my house because my cousin was just planning on taking me home after this. So we found a park that was near my house, but also near his house, and also near the restaurant we went to go get. And we actually ended up getting Mexican food, and it was one of the most bombest burritos I ever ate. I'm not gonna. When we were settling down, smoking, eating, we were actually outside. We were actually sitting down on the grass of this park. We were calm. We were just hanging out, and my cousin once again notices an Escalade passing by her car slowly and slowly, approaching her car and just kind of looking through her car slowly. And me and my cousin froze. We froze so bad because I was processing it and I was like, what the fuck? This is the same guy. This is the same person. Like, why? How did he know that we were here? So once he passes by the car already, me and my cousin were not sure what to do at this point. Give you guys a bit of an insight of this park and how it looks like. So the park kind of is small, and it kind of has like a rectangle shape. So it's one side, and then one side, and one side. So every single side has a parking lot. We were parked on this side of the park, and the car kept creeping away from right here, slowed down right here, kept going, and stopped like at the other parking lot that was kind of like in the middle. He stopped right there because he noticed us. And the thing is, this park goes downhill. Like, in order to get to the playground and all that other stuff, it is downhill. We were like mid downhill because we were like still trying to see the car and there was grass. So we weren't really trying to be like too deep in there, but we weren't too high up either. Like, we were still in the middle of, we were like in the middle to be able to see everything. And so while we were looking at this Escalade, he literally stopped in between these trees. And but we were able to see him. We were able to see like the Escalade. I mean, it's a huge ass truck or car, SUV. I don't know what the fuck it is. At this point, I'm scared. I'm not scared of white vans. Bitch, I'm scared of black Escalades. Like, bitch, I'm paranoid. This person, shapeshifter, demon thing, saw us or sensed us or smelled us, like the fear in us. because because my cousin just said, let's go. We both got up, like started running, and as soon as we both got up and started running to her car, he kept driving forward and then turned on the other side of the rectangle back towards us, but back around in that rectangle. And me and my cousin are running at this point. This car is speeding all the way around, trying to like go through the whole rectangle of the park. And we're like running up the hill. And keep in mind, bitch, I was a fat ass bitch back then, so running up the hill was impossible for me. So we're going up the hill. I'm tired, out of breath. I dropped one of my burritos. My cousin, as we're running up the hill, she drops her keys. And I'm like, oh fuck no, I'm in a fucking scary movie scene. When do I die? Like, when is my cue? So she like goes back for her keys because they fell as we were running. She goes back down to the downhill side, grabs her keys. We're going back up. She's like clattering for her freaking keys, and the right good thing that this park is long wise, so it's like it's a small park, but it's still a pretty long park, you know, from the sides. So we still had a little bit more time, but girl, the way this car was speeding onto us, and we were just nervously, she was like shaking, trying to get like the keys to like get into like the freaking the hole or whatever. The card thing about her car is that it's old, so she literally has to unlock her car, get inside, press the button so that I can get in. So about this point, the Escalade was about to turn into the our side of the rectangle. We got into the car. She was like, "Hurry, hurry, hurry, hurry!" And we sped out. We kept going left to line, left lane, right lane. We took a couple of lights, took a couple of stop signs because because this Escalade would not stop following us. It kept following us like legit, y'all. We thought we were like we were slick because we were going into like opposite lanes. And we had to do because at this point, this guy followed us across town. We were in a whole separate town at that party, and at this point, we were a lot closer to my house. So it's like he sensed us. He knew who we were. I don't know what the hell was going on, but I didn't know who he was because, like I said, I did not see a face in him. I did not see a face on him. I seen an outline of his shape with the hat, but I never actually got to see his face. So me and my cousin are scared. He is still following us. Y'all, it was maybe like 15 minutes later, and this guy is still following us. And at this point, I didn't want to go home because I didn't want him to follow me home. She didn't want to go home because she didn't want him to follow her home. So we were just driving around in circles, guys. We were like losing our shit. We kept looking back. He kept like following behind us, but he was still pretty far. Like we were really speeding out. And finally, I heard like a big screeching sound, like a big tire screeching sound, and like a big like metal scraping kind of situation. And we ended up stopping, and this was by another park. There were still a lot of homes around, you know, it was like pretty public. And I looked at the car, it looked like the guy in that car had a crash because there was smoke coming out of his car and everything, and we were like, oh my god, like we should go check up on him. Then started like walking up to the car because we wanted to make sure that this guy was okay. Y'all kidding me not, we were approaching it and approaching it, but we were still kind of far because we wanted to see if he was okay, but we were still kind of we're being cautious and trying to be like, you know, like you know, this guy has been following us. And y'all, we kind of like creep over, kind of like take a look at an angle. He is no longer there. The car door is open. He's not there. He's not in there no more. But a suit, like a suit and pants and the hat were just on his seat. Like they were not, like he was not there. It was just his pants, his suit, his shirt, and the hat, and he was gone. And after that, y'all, I never seen him again. I've been seeing Escalades left and right. And I'm super fucking paranoid of Escalades. I don't know if he did like a hit and run and just left. I didn't see any hits on his car or anything. I didn't, like, I heard like a screech and metal. That's it really, but I didn't see any other car affected. I didn't see anything. So for him just to like run off like that out of nowhere, I don't know, like it was really creepy. Like I said, I don't know if this was an actual person following us or if this was a shapeshifter because like I said, he had no face, he had the hat. And I heard about the guy that everyone dreams about, that goes in the dreams with the hat and everything, and it kind of just gave off that vibe. It was one of my creepiest Halloween nights ever. Like I understand clowns, I understand ghosts, but suspicious man's with no face in an Escalade. Oh, bitch, oh my god, that's like a whole new level of paranormal activity, bitch. Pick me for the next movie of paranormal activity, bitch. I got a true story. Now, were we stupid for trying to go check on him after we hear the screech? Yes. That was my Sydney from Scary Movie dumb blonde moment, and I would never do it again. Like, me now, thinking back, I'm like, bitch, I could have easily gone killed. Like, that motherfucker could have been, like, under his car, or probably already, like, in the tree. Like, I was good. You know, we went home after. Me and my cousin had to take, like, a couple months of just not seeing each other. We kind of, like, seen each other again one day, kind of, like, talked about it, and kind of, like, damn, like, that was a really creepy situation. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think about my situation? Do you guys think I was being delusional, and I just thought I was being delusional and swear up and down that I have a stalker? Do you guys really think that somebody was actually following me, like an actual person, or do you guys think this was like some kind of like weird demon person that like likes to ride Escalades? You know, because I'm not gonna lie, the Escalade was kind of good. Was kind of like and my cousin's car wasn't that new or that anything, special, so I don't think they were trying to steal my cousin's car. Whether they maybe wanted to do some harm to me, yes, or my cousin, yes. I mean, she was a girl, she was just a little slutty. I don't know, guys. I kind of got a very dark vibe when I was coming out the car, just from his car, just from his outline, and it just felt really eerie. It was Halloween. I was 17. It just kept getting worse. I was actually a part of a horror movie. I'm so stupid. But yeah, this is me sharing a scary story time. Thanks for watching my YouTube video, guys. Stay safe out there. Don't get stalked by faceless men in Escalades. Like that's ever gonna happen. Okay, but thanks for watching my YouTube video, guys. I'm out of here.